we're being joined right now with Michael. Michael, good morning, first of all. Yeah, bravo. Craig's giving you the bravo to you. I know you don't know us. I'm Andrew Peters. The guy down there with all the sticks behind him is Rob Ray, and the guy up there with all his own jerseys is Craig Rivet. And I speak for all of us when I say that outside of your family and your friends and your teammates, we here in the Instigators are your biggest fans and rooting for you harder than anybody. Before we knew you were playing the other day, and all the up and down you've gone through, just not in your life, but just this year alone, we're like, give the guy a game and you got it. And what do you think about what they say about you on the NHL Network? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's very cool, and I appreciate the support from you guys. That's awesome. Yeah, I was really just hoping to, like you said, grab one game maybe. I knew that we were in Pittsburgh at the end of the year, but I can read a depth chart obviously, and you never want to hope for injuries. That's like the last thing that you want. But some things happened, and I had to kind of dial into game mode, I guess, really quick, because you guys know it's easy to get out of that when you're not playing for so long. So just kind of had to flip the switch a little bit and, just kind of go back to what worked when I was playing a whole lot of hockey, just kind of, settle in. Obviously, the first game, first period was the only one where I didn't feel like I really had my legs. After that, I think I settled down a little bit and just kind of fell back into the old routine.
We're joined right now with Michael Hauser. Sorry, Riv, go ahead. Buddy.
I was just going to say, I find it amazing that, the players of today have changed so much, talking about, you never want guy to be injured. And what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was in the minors the whole time. All I did is look at the score sheet from the night before with the Montreal Canadiens and hope that somebody got injured on defense. That's the only way.
You don't want anything serious, Michael. You just want a couple games. You just want to sniff.
Game, just to open up the door. Yeah,
exactly. That's the only way you get a shot in this league. And but let me tell you something. We were all anticipating your first game. You look fantastic. Last night, you really look comfortable out there, and I want you to describe to me what your year has been like. Ultimately, being a practice goaltender, taking a lot of shots, and how's your year been, and what you've had to go through?
Yeah, it's been interesting to say the least. Like, I signed with Rochester in September, October, I believe, and then after that, it was. Nobody really knew what was going on for the longest time, obviously, with scheduling and all that. I ended up getting a call Christmas Eve saying that I, could come to Buffalo camp and was invited here. So that was huge, because at that time, I didn't know when I was going to get my season started yet. Roch hadn't had a training camp date planned yet. So I was happy with that, and I was able to kind of get going, and I was going to try to use that as a little building block for when we get the season started in Rochester. There was so much up in the air. Like, we didn't know if UPL was coming, staying over in Europe or whatever. So I thought it was going to be a great opportunity. And then, like you said, we had 3 in Roch after UP came over, and I got my reps in practice, and I still got my work in, just no games. And I understood it. I understood why. Like Upi's 20, 21, and he needs to play. And Ticker is, the number 3 guy and would be the first to go up. So I understood all of that. And I knew that, in such a weird year, that eventually I would be getting my chance to play. And I thought it was going to be in Rochester, to be honest. I thought, a positive test here or there, or something happens, and, that would be my net there. So I was just really working towards that and trying to stay somewhat, focused on trying to take that net if I had the chance, and ended up not happening. And then I kind of came here and did the same thing for a while, and then ended up getting the net this past weekend.
Michael, 28 though, you're an accomplished goaltender all the way up through. 28 and you finally get your shot. What kept you pushing so hard for so long?
Like I said this to somebody the other day, like I've always viewed it just as hockey still. Like every September, I always get ready for a new season. And, I've never really been out of a contract. An NHL contract I have, but after my entry level, I've always been on an American League deal afterwards. I always just thought that, even if I'm fifth on the depth chart, that, something happens, I'll be up there. If something else happens, it's my net in the American League then. So that's always kind of been my mindset is, be patient and make sure you do, play as well as you can, because I've always thought that I was one of the better goalies in the East Coast League. So I wanted to, make sure that I played as well as I could there and just keep going. And, I had a really good year a few years ago in Cincy. And since then, I just felt like I've been getting better consistently, which, that's been super encouraging too, is that I could see myself getting, much better the past, I'd say 3 or 4 years. I think in my early 20s, I think I kind of plateaued a bit, and I had such a good last year of juniors that I might have, thought that that's how I need to play, the rest of my life. And I realized a few years later that, you need to get a lot better, and you need to keep getting better in order to, at least stay where you are, or, keep going up and climbing the levels. So I think the last probably 3 or 4 years, I really bought into it and worked on things. I think I've seen myself getting better.
Michael Hauser joining the Instigators here. He's the talk of the NHL. An unbelievable story, but not just that, making big saves and winning hockey games. Michael, I like the dramatic. I have a flair for the dramatics. I don't know if you can tell, but I really think about the moments. I didn't have many, glamorous moments, but there are firsts in your career that you might relish in a little more. And I as I'm watching you the other night, as I wake up the next day and we prepare to talk to you about you yesterday, I think about what happened when everything was shut off. The phone was shut off. You've spoken to your parents. It's late at night. You got to go to bed. Where does your mind take you after your first game, as you're lying there and you finally get your first moments alone?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I love watching On the Fly. Like I watch On the Fly almost every night. So that's one thing that I really wanted to do, is watch, the highlights of On the Fly. So talk to the parents, answer a few messages, and then I wanted to kick back and watch some highlights. So I thought that was really cool, is that I got to watch myself in the On the Fly highlights.
So what has this done for your confidence, and what has this done for your belief that your career is going to continue? I mean, there's no question that you're drawing a lot of eyes. So what has this done to your confidence heading into the next couple games and next year?
Confidence is pretty good right now, I could say. You always think that you could play. You always think that you could play and play well, but you never know until you get that chance. And, I've watched so many hockey games in my life, and, I've usually tell myself, like, I could have won that game, or I could have went out there and played well or made that save or what have you. But you never know until you're on the ice and you can feel the shots and, see the speed that's around you. So that part of it has really built the confidence that, I haven't been behind too many plays the last 2 games, a couple, but not too many. I feel like I'm keeping up, and my hands and my eyes are working right now, and I'm making saves, and I feel like I'm controlling rebounds pretty well. So like all the stuff that I know that when I'm on over my career and when I'm sharp, all that stuff is kind of coming together right now, and that's pretty encouraging.
What are you looking to get out of these last, 2 games left in the season?
Yeah.
You're maybe hoping, you don't know quite right now, if you're going to play in any of those 2 games, what are you looking to get out of the next little while of finishing here in Buffalo?
Other than your paycheck with a few more NHL days on it. Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. Let's be honest.
Yeah, those have been a nice adjustment. But I honestly just want to play well and try to win. Like, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm from Pittsburgh, so we're going where I grew up and played all of my youth hockey. So that'll be fun. But I really do, like, there's a week left in the season. I just want to kind of keep the blinders on, to be honest. Like, I know everything's been happening so fast, and it's been hard to kind of take a step back, but I think that'll kind of be for next week. I just kind of, want to stay focused and, and just use this and take it into the summer. Like I said it last night after the game, I think it's huge that, we're winning games here down the stretch. Like, you guys know, it's so, like, you need to feel good going into the summer. If you go into the summer, not feeling good about your game personally, or you're on a skid going in, it's tough, and you end up shaking it off eventually. But it's way better to go into the summer with the good taste in your mouth. So we just all want to finish strong the last 2 in Pitt here.
Are you sore? You haven't played in a long time, and I couldn't imagine it. It's so much different practice than getting into a game. Is your body sore?
I'm a little sore, yeah. Just like you said,
just your normal stiffness. I mean, I'm not saying are you injured. I'm just saying are you
You're not
sore?
a young man anymore, Michael, okay?
Yeah. That's what it is. It's just muscle soreness and reaching for I compete pretty hard in practice, but there's just something different when there's a puck that's 3 feet away from you that you have to reach for, reaching for it in practice versus a game. Just like that intensity, just being on top of pucks and all that. So like that's been an adjustment, and just like I said this last night, like being in my gear for 3 hours and like feeling it get wet in the third period and heavy and all that goes along with playing a game. Cause there's things that, you can fall right back into place with in terms of your routine and stuff like that. But the physical aspect of playing a game, it's like, it's hard. You guys know, like, and after you haven't done it in so long, it is a little difficult, but, lungs felt good, legs felt pretty good. And, you guys know what it is, just try to get them back for tomorrow.
I have a great question I want to ask, because I've never been able to experience, and 2 games in the NHL. What's it feel like to be the main priority on the massage table?
I don't know.
Get out of the way, boys. Doogie Howser's coming through to get a massage. The old hammies need a little work.
Yeah, I don't know if I am. I don't know if I'm a priority yet on the massage table, but I might jump over a couple of rookies or something like that.
Hey, Mitzi.
Even though I'm a rookie too,
Mitzi. Hey, Sam,
up.
I don't care what you're doing, Sam. Make like a tree and beat it.
Are you a cold tub guy or no cold tub?
Cold tub. I jumped in yesterday in between games. We didn't go on, so I'm a cold tub guy. Just shock the legs, make you act like you can't even feel them for a little bit at least. So that was
toe caps or no toe caps?
No toe caps.
Good for you. Good for you. I was a toe cap guy myself.
Yeah. I usually jump in I don't usually do it if it's the first game of the weekend. If I'm playing back to back like I do, that's when I usually jump in there.
River, you had your finger up. You wanted to say something.
No, I'm just saying I'm not joining them. Hated that cold tub. Hated it with a passion. It just not for me.
Yeah, I don't love being in there. I just like it afterwards, the feeling after.
That's Michael. That's because it would overflow when he got in.
Yeah, it would overflow when he got in. Hey, Michael, the success you've had here in the last couple of games, has that kind of changed your outlook of what your plateau could be as a goaltender moving forward?
Great question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I think so. I think that's something that I'll probably think about more next week. Again, like, it's been so long since I've played, and I don't know if you can really, base anything off of 2 games. I I think you need a little bit, bigger body of work. But, I think we'll see what happens. I have no idea what's to come, but it is nice to know that people are noticing, the work that I've put in and the time, and we'll see.
We have to let you go. Strict orders to get you out at 49. They said 50, but I said I'll get you out at 49. I need to know your mindset now that the game is over. The first game, the first goal, deflection off the side. What's your mindset at that moment? Are you thinking, oh no, I don't know? Like, did you think it was going to start? Like that was going to be the start of something? Or, like you said, I liked your post-game interview when you said you were able to respond to that. Yeah,
the first one, well, really both of them. Like, I just know that I was still a little bit nervous in the first, like legs had a little jelly in them, but the first one, and the second, I think I make both of those saves if I'm like really, really, if I'm sharp and like, relax and stuff like that. So it was really after the second one. I knew I didn't come over tight, got under my pad, wasn't thrilled about it, but I was seeing the puck so well that I just knew that, just settle down a little bit and you're seeing it and your hands are working, you're catching pucks. So I knew that the rest of my game was there. I just needed to kind of settle the legs a little bit in terms of the jitters. So after that second deflection went in that I thought I should have had, I just kind of told myself, like, you're seeing the puck so well, like, just make sure you're staying on top of it. And I always tell myself, I tell myself to smother the puck, like, instead of just like catching it like this or something, I'm like, I try to like get over top of it. And, I call it smother. I don't know what anyone else would call it, but yeah, I just kept telling myself that.
We don't want to smother any more of your time.
No, quickly. But I just got one question just to say, you have an opportunity right now after what you've done to try to become the second greatest 32 in Sabres history.
Just going to bring up the number. Did you know that Rob wore 32? Do you even know who Rob Ray is?
Yeah, of course. I did know that. And then funny one for you real quick. I got a very, very similar text from Dale Hunter yesterday about wearing 32.
Well, hey, Razor, just so you know, Mr. Hauser here called John Scott and asked permission to wear 32. But
yeah, well, you know what?
Because he was the NHL MVP, Rob. He was the NHL MVP. He has to call him, right?
That has to be, yeah. Well, you know what, Michael? You owe me something.
Yeah.
You've already given it to us, Michael. You've made his job easier the last two games as he does the color. And this was a wonderful birthday present for me to have you on. These two idiots didn't even wish me a happy birthday or know that. But listen, Michael, I can't imagine the feeling that your parents are going through. More importantly, I can't imagine what you are going through. Enjoy it. You have given us something to really root for here for the last 4 games. And I can't thank you enough for what you're doing, man. So enjoy the rest of the ride, and hopefully we see you back in the NHL next year.
Yeah, thank you very much. Happy birthday.
Oh,
keep it up, buddy. Keep it up.
There he is.
Thanks,
loyalty
guys.
Amongst players. Michael Hauser, wonderful interview, wonderful guy, wonderful goalie, wonderful story.